Hey guys, Mayur here from Beatfactory Academy, and today you will be getting a sneak peek into my music production workflow because I'll be showing you what's inside my custom default Ableton Live set. So, let's dive right in. Let's open Ableton Live, and the first thing that you will notice is that the tracks are already arranged inside groups. This not only saves a lot of time later on, but also makes things systematic. Now the first track is an audio track with the input already set up with my mic, ready to be recorded. It also has effect sends for tracking purpose, which you can see down in this section below. Now coming to the effects chain, I only have a glue compressor with a 6 dB makeup gain so that the tracking is loud and clear. Now next, I have a drum rack inside the rhythms group, which contains my most used drum samples. Now this track is not only configured with my MIDI controller, but is also armed and ready to be played. So this is perfect because now I can start playing with my ideas as soon as I open Ableton Live. Right below this, we have the subgroup which will contain all the bass elements. I have a simple Ableton preset with a pitch shift in place, and all my important knobs are right in front of me. Now next is the most important group, which is the instrument group. It has a piano inside it, which is also configured with my keyboard and ready to be played. Trust me guys, if you're a composer, then a piano is a must for your default set. You can now start recording your melody ideas as soon as you open the software. I also want to point out this low cut that I have on my instruments as well as my audio group. So by default, your bass and drums will sound cleaner and better mixed. And finally, I have a muted track called Reference A, which I use mainly for A/B testing my mix. I have also configured the output to go to external out instead of master, so any effects on your master will not apply to this reference track. Now coming down, we can skip the send section because honestly it deserves a video of its own. Now let's move to the master track. Here I have 3 effects: utility, EQ and a limiter. Most producers will add a limiter to the master so you don't hear any clipping. Now coming to the EQ, you can see all the bands are turned off by default, but every now and then I turn on the low cut just so I get an idea of how it's going to sound on phone or laptop speakers. Trust me, this mixing tip is going to change your life. I also have a high cut to solo out the bass frequencies and find out if there are any issues. Using the same principle, I also turn the mono on and off occasionally to check the mono compatibility. And if you noticed, I had these same plugins on the reference track as well. And if this doesn't make your life easy enough, here are my custom shortcuts. Starting with these 3, I have Shift and comma for the low cut, Shift full stop for the high cut, and Shift and M for mono. Apart from this, I have many other shortcuts like M for metronome, Shift R for recording, Shift A for automation arm, Shift D for MIDI overdub, Shift S for session view recording, Shift C for capture, and Shift I and Shift O for punch in and punch out, and finally Shift L for adding locators. For those of you who don't know, you can simply press Command or Control K and you can add your own keyboard shortcuts. Here's a list of all the shortcuts that I have. If you notice, I also have the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 to select my basic tracks. And by pressing Shift along with these numbers, I can arm and disarm these tracks easily. I also have this shortcut Shift and 0 to easily A/B test the reference track. Now if you've used Logic Pro in the past, you know you can just press return and bring the playhead right to the start. This feature has been missing from Ableton Live until now. So I've simply added a locator at the start and added a keyboard shortcut to that locator. So every time I need to go back, I just press that one button. Finally, when you're done with all this editing, just go to Preferences in the File folder tab and select Save Current Set as default. So next time when you open Ableton Live, this is exactly how it will open. Now, if you made it this far, let's address the elephant in the room. How the hell did I get these emoticons in the title? Well, the answer is very simple. Just Command R to rename and press and hold Control Command and Space to open up this emoji dialog box. Just select one and you're done. While this might not help your workflow, it will put a smile on your face every time you open Live. So, Just a few simple steps to speed up your music production workflow. Of course, you can use this video as a reference point to develop your own custom live set according to your own preferences. And if you feel like you're getting serious about music production, then Beatfactory has courses exactly for you. Head over to our website beatfactory.in and find a center which is closest to you. Or if you're interested in learning online, then head over to beatfactoryonline.com. All the links are in the description below. I'll see you in another video very soon. Till then, take care.